Hey everybody, it is your favorite comic book artist's favorite comic book artist, your favorite toy collector's favorite toy collector. That's right, it's Jax. I am here having just got home from the Arizona Toy Show Tucson Edition, um, Fall Edition. So the Arizona Toy Shows, they usually have two or three shows. The Tucson edition is typically early March. We went to that. I believe I did a video of the stuff that I picked up because it was like an all kaiju um, show and event for me. This time around, I had kind of a focus on what I really wanted to pick up. I had like two graded books that I was looking for. Didn't find either of them. There was I wanted to get an Uncanny 244 First Jubilee, like a 9.4 or higher, and an X-Men number 4 First Omega Red 9.4 or higher because I really want to do some displays, some nice displays. And I've got a Jubilee display working. It's two books and a couple of figures, and I'm going to add another one with this haul. So I'm going to show you the comics that I got first, and then I'm going to show you the toys. And as my buddy Richard, who went with me, wants to see the big toy completely and totally unboxed, and I'm really excited to see it as well. So we're going to go over some of these books. Some of the other books that I was looking for, they didn't have there. There's two Gen 13 variants left that I need to complete the number 1 set of variants. And then I'm looking for a Savage Tales number 1, First Man Thing, and a Strange Tales 89, First Fin Fang Foom. It's kind of like the Marvel Kaiju. And so didn't get any original art this time around. The original art people were there, or it had to have been the same people because it was a couple of the same pages that we saw last time. Didn't pick up anything from them, but there was also like a Disney and Simpsons artist there as well, and was really, really tempted to pick up some of his original art, including some of the pre-production cells. Not the cells, but like the paper sketch sheets of some of the Simpsons stuff. There was like a couple of cute pieces, and he said he would work with us on price. Just didn't feel the need to go back and spend more money. Actually came home with quite a bit more money than I thought I was going to, which is kind of a nice surprise, especially since I was focused on a certain number of things, not really looking to just go willy-nilly and buy stuff, but did find some really cool stuff. A couple of things recommended by Richard, and just some things that would add to some of the collections that I have. So here we go. I think it was yesterday or the day before, Richard said that he had a book for me. And so this is Monster Against Spaceship Gorgo. Really great Steve Ditko artwork, Steve Ditko cover as well. If you know me, you know I'm a kaiju fan. And there's a couple of things in here that are kaiju based. This is the second one. This is Fantastic Giants. This is the book that Richard said that it's all giant monsters, but he was saying he doesn't see this a whole lot. So getting this for $10 was a pretty nice steal. Those might go up on my kaiju back shelf right behind this shoulder. Next, we stopped by Ruben Nahara's table. He's done a lot of really cool stuff, and got to talk to him a little bit, and working on like my networking skills and realizing I don't have to do this all by myself, but I've got to reach out. I've got to talk to people, and I've got to show them what I can do, kind of thing. So picked up his book, but he had a Virgin variant, and this is like a 1 in 7 retailer incentive and just really nice SIG placement. Again, looking at SIG placement on things, and like the bright green as well. He's an artist as well as a writer, and used to be a professional skateboarder. So like there's a lot of like art and creativity in there. So just really banger colors and usage on that. Can't wait to read it. I'm almost don't want to read it because I don't want to like open it and, but I will. This I picked up from my friend Toby. Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, #1 of 3. First all new collector's item issue, and it's the foil embossed variant cover. Very 90s. Very, very 90s. Then the last of the books that I picked up. So I'm going to show that one second. So there was a table that had a 5-book bundle, issues 36 through 40, the gold foil variants of Something is Killing the Children. I saw some of these at Space Monkey, and they were slabbed, and I was just like, these are really, really dope. And I don't really want to pay the prices for them being slabbed. I mean, they look great, but it also gets kind of expensive. So, you run the risk of, if you pick that up, and I may get 1 or 2 of these graded. I don't know. I don't need to have everything graded in the final cover. This may have been actually backwards. I think this is 36, actually. No, this is #40. So that's the Ascura type. No, not the Ascura type. It's like a mimic type of Erica Slaughter, where she's got the giant monster eyeball coming out of her tummy. So this, give me a second. So they did some blind bag special books. This is Something is Killing the Children, #0 variant. And you get one of these 3 variants inside. And I have no idea why this is still, there we go. So we are going to open the blind bag. They had one more there, but I decided just to get this. I'm not going to be disappointed no matter which cover I get, but the chainsaw variant is supposed to be the chase. So let's see here. And they had the knife variant, or the knife cover, available, open. Okay, so you get the bow and arrow, the archery variant, which is one that I didn't see. They had the knife variant on hand. These are really cool. These are done by Dan Mora. And I am so, like, if they did an art style like this, kind of an anime, but not style for the animated series, I would be really, really stoked. So we shall see what comes of that. But still a very, very cool variant. Now, onto the toys. So this was the very, very last thing that I picked up, and it was a bargain deal because even though I've heard from like Analog Toys and a couple of other channels on YouTube that this is not a very good figure, I'm thinking this figure could be used as fodder for customizing, especially the head and the hair. And I got an Agent Helix. She was on sale for just $10. So I figure, why not? Looks like she's supposed to have a bandage on her arm. I don't know what that is. Like, or on her wrist. It's on her wrist, but it's on, yeah, like on her forearm. Okay, weird, whatever. And then the second to last things that I picked up were both at the same table. One, like I saw one thing, I saw this first thing, and then I saw the second thing, which is the find of the show, and asked Richard to talk me out of buying it. But they threw both of these together for $95. So there's no way I could say no to this. And like I said, still walked out of there with money. So the X-Men 97 Jubilee figure, she comes with her soda and then a couple of interchangeable hands and all the firework effects of exploding atoms. It's with that, which is cool because they've never really done those effects in that way before. Like the Vampire Jubilee, she's got like a closed fist, and then there's like a like almost like a power-up flame fireball, but it's pink that goes over her fist. And it's cool, don't get me wrong, but it's not really what Jubilee's powers look like. It's actually, I found out, and I didn't know this, it's actually her like exploding atoms at an atomic level. So that's an extremely big power boost from what we may have thought of with her just shooting fireworks. However, speaking of fireworks, I'm going to have to scooch back a little bit to show you this one. This is the King Ghidorah Monsterverse figure. I am super excited about this. He is open, but 100% complete. I'm going to open him anyways, so him having been open anyways doesn't really matter in my mind, right? So he was 80, Jubilee was 27, and for 95 bucks. So I got Jubilee for $15. Richard was looking this up online, and I think brand new, sealed in the box was like 120, 130-ish. So getting him for 80, Gonga steal, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop here, and I'm going to unbox him, and then we're going to show him off. And there you have it. There is King Ghidorah. This Godzilla has about a 12 to 15 inch from head to tail tip, and I just put a 18-inch ruler across Ghidorah's wingspan, and he shoots past the 18-inch ruler, so he's about, from end to end on the wings with the little claws, probably about a 22-inch wingspan, which is freaking insane. And he's big and cumbersome, so you get these pieces, these 3 pieces to help you prop him up. Now, he can stand up on his own, but with the weight of the body and how the wings, the joints of the wings kind of come loose a little bit, and they will like turn, that can make them fall. So you get these little tuning fork like guys on the sides to prop up the wings, and then you get the little base to hold up the chest and the base of the necks, and then you get these lightning strikes. I can only get one in, so I decided not to put them in for this portion of the video. But this thing is ridiculously awesome. And you can see this is a good size Godzilla. They're not from the same series. This is prior to Monsterverse. Or no, you know what? This one might be Monsterverse. Because it wasn't -1 is what I was thinking. But these are the Hi-Ya toys. And so Godzilla he's rocking with that. And I actually have 2 of these. One is, they've made a few that are different colors. So we saw one today that was like a purplish or like a reddish almost. And I thought, or more, no, more of like a bluish. And I kind of thought about buying it, but then I'm like, I already have two of these. This one's more of a greenish gray, and the other one I have is more of a black. And so I have my kaiju setup that I've kind of thinned out a little bit because I put some kaiju into my into a smaller display case, which looks really, really great. So these two will be the centerpiece figures of the big kaiju display, along with the Godzilla books that I have that I just got back from Tucson Comic Con. So I am super excited about adding this and joking around with Richard. I was just like, when my parents come over, they're going to be like, why the hell did you buy this? I'm like, look at him. He's beautiful. Why wouldn't you buy this? And it was, I'm going to leave you with this. It was almost financially irresponsible to not buy it at the price point. And once I get these lightning strikes in place, it's going to be friggin' amazing. All right, guys, so that's it for my Tucson, or my Arizona second Tucson Toy Show haul. Again, came back with some money, so I'm really, really excited. Tell me in the comments below, here's your homework, what is your favorite thing that I came back with? I mean, mine definitely has to be the King Ghidorah, without a doubt. I'm really happy to have the Jubilee figure as well, which I think I'm going to keep her in the box, at least for right now. But yeah, King Ghidorah, I don't think anything comes close to King Ghidorah at this point. All right, guys. Hope you guys are taking care of yourselves, taking care of each other. Be sure to, check out the link for my Etsy, because I just added prints to it. Took a little bit longer than I was thinking about, just because I got lazy. But yeah, here we go. I'm so tempted to do a King Ghidorah print. This is a good motivation for it. Just the detail on this is amazing. Anyways, talk to you guys later. Take care. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and comment. Till next time.